Stan Gibilisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1, Good Vibrations, with a little story for you of sorts, and I guess that's the best way to put it. A long time ago I read an article in QST magazine. I'm a life member of the ARRL, by the way. It was a bargain when I bought it. It's paid for itself many times over. But this article was entitled The War on Hampathy. Hampathy. And what, you might ask, is hampathy? It's apathy about amateur radio, loss of interest in the whole business. And I confess that to some extent I have suffered from that. The ordinary humdrum QSO on CW or any other mode just seems kind of boring. It seems very boring to me. And there were certain types of operators who seemed more susceptible to this malady than others. And I don't remember them very well, but I do remember that the CW hound, of which I am a somewhat less proud member now, was one of those divisions of amateur radio where the hams got a little more apathetic a little faster. And an experimenter and tinkerer was one of those who maintained their interest and kept at it. The contester or the DXer, I don't recall for sure, but I'm neither of those. But I say this: if what you do interests you in ham radio, if you like what you do in ham radio, if you find your niche, then whatever was in that article is absolutely irrelevant. Do what you want to do. I am no CW hound snob. I was into high-speed CW at one time and lost interest because I thought, is this really that important? I mean, that I can send and receive a certain number of words a minute? I mean, how much does that matter in life? But that's a topic for a whole nother video, and a crisis of sorts, a late life crisis that I personally am going through. But as a CW hound, I hang my head. As an experimenter tinkerer, I hold it high. But that's just me. You be you. Just enjoy this hobby of ours. We wouldn't have it if it weren't for certain people, particularly the ARRL. So I'm proud to stand behind the ARRL and lend them my support as a life member. Maybe you should consider the same if you're a young ham. By the time you're old, it'll cost a fortune. Of course, then a fortune will be worth nothing anyway. That's the word from here, hampathy. Just a new word to learn for the day. Hampathy, like apathy about ham radio. You don't have to have it, and so what if you do? There are a lot of other things in life. Stan Gibilisco, W1GV. Signing off for now, saying 73, which means ham radio jargon. Best regards. And so long, which translates into my somewhat less proud language. Da-da-da-da-da-da.